Hi everyone, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop.
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Well, hi everyone, welcome back to another Kitchen Counter Thrift Haul. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, and I'd like to start out by saying everything that you see here is currently up for sale in the Old Curiosity Shop. That's my eBay store, and the link is in the description box below this video. Also, I'd also like to say that everything that you see here is out of my own inventory. Some of it I've had the intentions of selling. Other pieces I've just been holding on to thinking, well, I'll live with them for a while and maybe sell down the line. And as I was going through things and thinning out, I decided all of these pieces should find new homes. And that's just what I hope will happen. It's beautiful glass, mostly from the 1920s and 30s, a little bit before on a few of the pieces. All right, let's dive in and take a look and see what's what. Since I mentioned Indiana glass, we'll begin here with their modern classic. This is a rolled edge console bowl in a very modernistic design for its time. Molded glass, and then it's got sterling silver overlay here on the points. And then it's painted underneath with this sort of waxy, almost waxy paint. That's original factory done gold and white. These came in many different colors. You usually find this in yellow, but came in green as well. And there's candlesticks, and there are, I think, creams and sugars and other odd pieces. This is the console bowl, and of course, as I said, it would have had a lot of matching pieces. A little bit of loss to the silver on the silver inlay. I'm sorry, the silver overlay on the rings, but there are no chips or cracks on it, and it's just a very elegant and modern looking console bowl. It's about as deco as it gets. In the 30s. Also, Indiana made a line that I think is pretty. It's called Old English, and here it is. This glows beautifully under black light. Maybe I'll show you at the end of the video. A nice console bowl. As you can see, it is footed, and this is a nice heavy bowl with all these little thin ribs or concentric rings. There's absolutely no damage on this either. And your fresh fruit would look marvelous on that, on your dining room table. And then another one, this is probably my least favorite design because to me it looks like a mixing bowl on a pedestal. But this is also Indiana glass, and it is simply I think it's called it doesn't have a name, but it's the B shape and pattern number 4. And that's not a chip, that's an air bubble in the glass right there, which is just part of manufacture. You can see the mold lines. This was made in a mold. But from here on up, it looks like a mixing bowl, like an anchor hocking mixing bowl with a foot on it. And this is heavy glass. I mean, you could knock somebody out with this thing. It is so heavy. So again, though, a nice bowl for fruit, console bowl. And this also glows under black light. I'll show you that at the end of the video. So 3 nice pieces by the Indiana Glass Company, all depression glass from the 30s. We'll stick with the console bowls and go over to this one, which does not glow under black light. There's no uranium in it. I don't know who made this. It reminds me so much of the Georgian pattern, and everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of the glass companies had a Georgian pattern, including Anchor Hocking and others. You've all seen the Georgian tumblers. If we go down here, you'll really be able to see what I mean. That so much looks like the Georgian pattern. Now, I know my backsplash is competing. Let's pull this back and just show you how elegant the rolled edge is. These rolled edge console bowls were so popular in the 30s, and it just reminds me of a really elegant jellyfish kind of scooting around in the Atlantic Ocean. Anyway, I don't want to get a whole bunch of fingerprints on it, but I'm going to probably not accomplish that. So I'm going to try to pick this up. Okay, to sort of give you the idea of it. Doesn't that look like the Georgian pattern under there? It really does. So it's, they're almost, I guess those are 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, little hexagons in an optic pattern. And it's just a really gorgeous bowl. Very heavy as well. Nice, clear, shiny glass. No sick glass. And there's no damage on it. So it's a really lovely piece. Now, some of the pieces for whom I don't know the maker, and as I said, this is one of the good makers of the elegant depression glass of the 20s and 30s. Also don't know who made this. It's some kind of an underplate. It has the indentation probably for a compote to sit on there, either a small cheese and cracker or a mayonnaise set. But you could simply use the plate for whatever you wanted. It is a very pale depression green color, and it has sterling silver overlay of this dancing Art Deco woman. We'll try to get you to... she's got her clothes on. Most of the time these girls are dancing in the naked, in the nude. But she's fully clothed, I think. And we see her in 4 places on this wonderful plate. And it is also in excellent condition. With some research I could probably figure it out, but I have not had the time to do that, so we're just going to go ahead and place that up for sale. Here is a little uranium glass serving piece with a heart handle. You could serve whatever you please on that. It's a nice little size. Nice little handled tray. You could serve lemon wedges at tea, or little crackers on there, anything you'd like. And I don't think this has any chips or cracks on it either. Glows beautifully. Here is a piece made by Acro Agate. It was made this way. It's not missing a lid. It never had a lid. It was never produced with a lid, and it's just a small candy bowl. Acro Agate, of course, is glass, but it's almost has a sort of a slag glass or a marbly kind of a glass look to it. You can see that's almost you can see the swirl appearance to the glass. Acro Agate, of course, made marbles. You may be familiar with their marbles. And this is just a beautiful jadeite color Art Deco bowl. That handle is really good. And this one has a little bit of roughness. I'll get it to focus in just a second so that you can see that roughness on the edge. Really just some small, well, hold on, bear with me. We'll get it there in a second. Right here, just a little rough there on that edge. But otherwise in nice shape. Nice and heavy Acro Agate. 1930s Art Deco, and we're going to refocus And come in here now on a perfume bottle. I think the perfume that was in this was called Puppy Love. There's a name on the bottom, Manon something, Freeze, I don't know, I can't. It's hard to read it, and I'm not really focusing right now. But anyway, it's a glass perfume bottle with a puppy dog. The little lid screws on and off as it should. Do whatever you want with that. And I think, as I said, that the perfume might have been called Puppy Love. And that's probably, I guess, from the 40s or 50s. That's real cute. And is for sale as well. Over here, I love this thing. It's the only one I have. Take the handles off and it looks just like an ice cream soda cup. Does it not? From a soda fountain. You throw the handles on there, and people call these loving cups or love cups or sweetheart cups. That would be nice. You could put your ice cream soda in there, hold it by the handles, go out in the living room and watch Lawrence Welk from your Barcalounger, and the warmth of your hands would not melt the ice cream because you've got two handles. Or use it as a vase. I wish I had more than one, but hey, I'm not a big eater of ice cream. I probably eat one ice cream cone a year, and I never buy ice cream to keep in the house. But if you're an ice cream lover, eat your ice cream in style. I like that. A black glass vase, which is actually amethyst. We all know that. We'll hold it up there, and you'll see the purple coming through. Right? Let's see. And beautiful gold encrusted around the top, and then down here at the bottom as well, with a lot of dust on it. All right, a nice, tall, elegant, long stem rose vase, I suppose. And then I have a pair of candlesticks here, 2 light candlesticks, very Art Deco. You say, but Scott, you love them. Why are you selling them? Well, because I've got some other, I recently was gifted some other candlesticks. By the way, I received so many nice things in the mail the last few days from 3 or 4 folks. I haven't forgotten you. And so I'm going to do that this week. I hope that will be the next video, or at least sometime over the weekend, to show you the wonderful things that were gifted to me, including some candlesticks, and I like them better, so I'm going to pass these Art Deco candlesticks along. Very nice glass. It is molded. What looks like damage down here, let me show you. I'll take the candles out, and we'll turn it upside down. That's called a rough pontil. These were, it was blown glass into a mold. There are the mold lines right there that were not polished out on that side and that side. And that's just sort of the blob of the glass on the bottom after it was forced down into the mold, whether it was blown or done mechanically. But it is pretty glass. Get my fingerprints off of it. And I just want to mention that because from the top you do see that, which a person might look and say, oh, look at that awful damage, but it's part of the manufacturing process. So there they are. Really pretty. Don't know who made them. And but just elegant Art Deco candlesticks, I think. All right. Okay, so let's just go ahead and pull my wonky half melted candlesticks out of there. Bring those back here. And let you see everything again. How does it look? All right, there it is. In the old curiosity shop, ready for you folks if you see anything you like. It's all up for auction. You've got 7 days. Well, I'm back, of course, because I can't believe I forgot William McKinley. We're always screaming about the McKinley Tariff Act, right? We won't get into that now, but there he is, old William McKinley, who was assassinated in 1901. He was a very popular president, and he was elected to a second term. This is an EAPG, in other words, an early American pressed glass bread plate commemorating the death of McKinley. So commemorating the assassination of William McKinley, and this is a bread plate in pressed glass, well over 120 years old, actually 119 years old. Just a few light scratches in the middle there, and nice for a collector of pressed glass, early American glass presidential history. Or if you happen to be a big fan of the McKinley Tariff Act, you might want that as well. Now let's turn the black light on and see what glows. I want to thank everyone for watching. I hope you're doing well. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. So long for now.